Welcome RCSchim in the hangar or outside a bit. Let's check out the unboxing for this monstrosity. Already greeted by its funny face with these two eyes. Get out the batteries and charge them while we complete the rest of this. Should be the chargers. You get two of them. Aluminium case, 67 volts, 3 amps times 2. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
There's a little lever, and then you can get it out or up. Oh, don't fully understand why only the center section is with this sandpaper application and not the side, because this is quite slippery. It's such a large kickstand back there. Power, bell, lock, unlock, and classic keys. The handlebar looks like a motorcycle. Don't over tighten it. You don't need the super tight indicator lights, they look good. If the whole steering rod has a lot of play by turning and also back and forth, you need to make sure that these two screws here, right and left, those are super tight. Don't overturn them, of course, and also, of course, this lock clamp here. The steering dampener down there. I mean, first of all, this is just a cylinder with some hydraulic fluid in it. It will make your steering either stiffer or looser with this knob here. Clockwise to make it really stiff. Now I cannot steer at all. The easiest theft protection. Or counterclockwise to make the steering as loose as possible, like so. And then I had this one issue that to the right side I could only steer like this, and to the left I could steer way further. So you want to make sure steering is centered. This metal side and this metal side are the same length, roughly 40 millimeters. You can change this by unscrewing this, and then you can move the cylinder in this mount here. And I adjusted like the brakes up and down. You can, if you loosen this, you can turn it down or up as you like it. On both sides, also this power lever here. Voltage is nice. I rather see the voltage than the bars. Here you have the eco or turbo mode. It's a bit different than you might think. If this is pressed in, it's in eco mode, not turbo. This is pressed in, it's in dual mode. Pressed down, it's dual. If this is pressed down, it's eco. So the button labeling is the wrong direction for me. Single and dual mode. And please let me know in the comments, am I the only one, or is this reminiscent of Kit, Michael Knight's car? Like the color and the shape, totally from the 80s, right? I love it. It's the horn. For this little control unit here, you find P settings. If we press both at the same time, we go to the P settings menu, we can advance with the power button all the way up to P20. And those numbers mean certain things. Long story short, from these values that we can adjust here, only the zero start function really worked. And I suspect this is because this is something that this unit can directly control. Zero start means use your foot to get some speed, and then, only then, the motor throttle is free. This helps prevent accidents. The acceleration value, you can change it, but it doesn't affect anything. Also, the motor brake could not be changed. Power limit. In theory, you can limit it from 5 to 100% power, but it didn't give me any difference. The settings here, but most of them do not directly work, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Because we can already have 3 different speed modes. So I think this goes to 30, 50 and all the way. Then we can have, this is now the eco mode, limited to 25 kph, and it's also a bit slower. And you can choose between single and dual motor. So you have 4 combinations with these 2 switches. The most extreme being that, dual motor and turbo. Here it's a rocket. And this is the other way around. Here it's the lamest. And if you're then in mode 1 and on the lamest settings, it's quite tame. So it's not a problem. Still, it's nothing for beginners in my opinion. Charging off this little Wi-Fi socket that can tell us the power needed. And I like the caps here. They're screwed on, so. And every time your power supply has a fan, you know that it's a mean thing. They are cold at the moment, roughly 400 watts. We'll see how long it takes until they will be full. Full means green lights on the chargers. Okay, here we have this slightly dirty 4mm steel plate with this sandpaper foil that if you want a replacement foil or even 3D print something, if this is a good idea, I don't know. Yeah, there's this plexiglass part with the LEDs in it. And this is the massive battery. 2 ESCs for the 2 motors. The little limiter box. Those are the insides. Battery not hard to replace. Just the cabling is a bit of a mess, but yeah, that's fine, I guess. Once again, I will use my key cycle inflator here. I inflated it to 2 bars, 30 psi. So that's what I feel comfortable with. Some more grip off-roads, but less efficiency on roads. But you will not be efficient with this kind of tire, right? I mean, take a look at this profile. And while it still charges, I will check all the screws as per recommendation. You want to know, the first thing that comes to my mind when riding this is the tumbler from the Batman movies. It's kind of like the Batman scooter. I was already blown away by the performance of the G3 Pro from Kirin, where the front wheel kept spinning all the time, but here it's even worse in a way. No one ever will use the dual motor in the city.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. This is the most powerful light. This is less power. And this is the flickering mode. First I thought it's an error turning it on and off. Get the different mode, 3 different modes. With one button press you can change the colors. And it animates the color change, which I find kind of nice. And it has like 4 or 5 different color schemes. Purple, blue, cyan, white, green, yellow and red. I think rather playful. And the other one for the festive season. Every now and then you see this. Yeah, different colors, different. Oh, that's kind of nice. The indicator light is really strong. On my other scooters you don't even see the blinky indicators. This one is animated, so it should also be visible in daylight. And you also have it in the front. Here it's not animated, it's just blinking. Let's begin with an obvious downside, the transportation. These things are not street legal, even though they say they are 25 kph, but yeah, the limiter is cool, it's a cool idea, but you still have way more power than allowed. Okay, once more I made it out of the woods. This time it was even more work than with the G3 Pro. Constantly handling the traction of the front wheel. Once you lose it, you have to jump off and then it's hard to get on it again. So it's a bit difficult. Okay, now I want to try to go uphill. From the side you see it's quite steep. really amazing. Once I leaned forward, I had good traction on the front wheel as well, and those tires, they do have grip if they have something to bite onto. So I managed to get up here. This has to be the Hill Climber 3.0 in the tradition of hill climbing scooters that I tested. So that was maybe 60, but it was already scary enough. So I would never go the 70 or 80 kph that this might do with my weight, but it's fun. It's fun. Nice autumn day, and I will continue this dirt road, try to get up there. Really take good care of the throttle, because yeah, it just goes. Always wear protection. You should even wear gloves. This might be the first halo night in a church, which kind of makes it the holy night. Look at it. "60 volts, 52 volts is empty, 67 volts is full." So I'm at around also 60%. I traveled 14 kilometers. So quick math, 30 or 40 kilometers of range in extreme conditions. That's what I thought. I mean, they give it an 80 kilometer range in eco mode, 25 lightweight rider on flat in warm temperatures. Like so. With not a lot of effort. Not to kill your back. Oh, and the car is dirty now. Such a heavy scooter. He didn't understand how to ride this thing, but that's how it felt. No more comfortable. Aufwärtsbike nennt man das. Some difficult conditions once again. The squeaks and rattles. Those 11-inch tires help a bit here in this rough terrain. Let's see if it can chase me up here. Good. Let's give her. I think the drone struggles a bit. Ah, now it's fun. Maybe the crow hates me though. Oh, this is fun. This is serious fun. Oh, and there's some mushrooms. Oh. With the strong motors. Oh, I mean, it works through it, but although it works rather nice.
Close. Follow.
Okay. Oh, I'm using all the throttle. Oh, it's really fucking steep. And I feel like for the first time the battery is a bit tired. Holy. You just hope nothing big hides under those leaves. Did you see that? I started crashing. I don't know where it crashed, maybe in a tree. Once it crashes, you just need to make sure that the props spin free. Almost. Not a bad place. Let's make a few extra laps here in the green field. Oh, and look over there, there's a castle. Trying to go some extreme uphill, maybe go beyond these rocks up there, we'll see. So we are starting at 65.8, almost full. Let's see if this is even possible to ride this for a longer time. Check this out. How steep is this? I mean, the GoPro can't do justice of this. And wait a minute, I will do a little. So this wire here is 14 degrees. That is quite steep. That's not a good idea. What am I doing here? No. You shouldn't. But you can. Oh, fuck. Let's do another measurement. Yeah, those are really around 25 degrees with a loose road. I don't think I should do this much longer. I figured this should be easier. No way. I guess I'm the first one with a scooter here. Map tells me I'm 2/3 up this steep shit here. In about 88 meters. That's not a route that I will take again. Not here, because it's... Hallelujah! Whilst catching my breath, how was it to go up there at 25 degree wooden slope? It was terrible. But I'm stubborn enough to want to go up here because it's lovely. And now I'm treated with this nice, not so steep and rock-free forestal road right next to these nice cliffs. I think there's a viewpoint up there somewhere. Ah, this is so relaxing. So a nice grass trail with the slide up angle. I love it. That's something that we can enjoy, right? Amazing! Oh, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Once again. I'm such a stupid bastard. I was in eco mode again because now the wheel spins like crazy. So I went up this 25 degrees slope with eco mode. How crazy is that? Now I need to... Maybe eco mode is not the worst to prevent extreme wheel spin. This is proper madness. I can tell you this. This is way too rocky.
Close.
This is so shitty. I think it's just because of the landslides here and the rocks. We get to some proper heights already here. I love it. I'm so scared to think about having to go all the way down again, actually, because going down is also quite intense and the weather is not good. Oh boy, what have I done here? The first jump. Okay, officially giving up here, but I'm really concerned about the daylight and about my ability to ride down safe, which will start now. Uh-oh. Maybe this wasn't tight enough. This screw here is missing. I can probably get a replacement screw at home. I don't think so. So if you can find these kinds of roads here, it's amazingly fun. But of course, if the rocks get too heavy, the fun ends a bit and it will be exhausting. Now it's one way, sadly, but I think it will have a good viewpoint. These kinds of these kinds of wooden trails would be really nice, but they are so hard to find, the good ones. Are you here for this kind of contents? So glad I took this. And it's now really sketchy to continue riding here. Ho ho ho! Holy, if this is exactly what I wanted. Down there is where I need to go back to. Totally worth the little extra minutes. Oh, and look at, I can get up there. Yeah. So GoPro, I know your juice is over. I'm exhausted as well. Going downhill is easier than uphill, of course. Still technically a bit challenging, and you need to lean back so much or else you will make a somersault. I have 61.4 volts. I think I made 9 kilometers, but you've seen it. Made 25 degrees slope on loose underground in the eco mode, as I realized later on. I was amazed that I could make it up all the way to this rock with the beautiful view. This is the one damage that I had from today. I didn't check if this screw was loose from the beginning. Hello? Are you curious? Hello. I would load it in the car. It's maybe not the scooter for everybody. It's an off-road monster. If you need maximum speed and power, go for this thing. If you need something more stealthy, with the Kirin G3 Pro, which is also really powerful and powerful enough for my taste. This is a different league, of course. So maximum power, but not stealthy. Decide for yourselves. Price-wise, I think you will find a coupon code down below. Get it a bit cheaper with the coupon code, and if you use my affiliate link. You don't have to use my affiliate link, but if you liked this review and if you decide to buy this, it helps me a bit. So thanks a lot for this. Other than this, thanks a lot for watching. I have a lot of scooter reviews online from Kirin. Thanks a lot Geekbuying for sending this out for review. So the usual disclaimer, which I got this for free to test. But my opinions are totally my own. Always honest, I tell you if this is shitty. In my case, I liked it. So thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.